set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This fielded at the 2. And some strong running. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let it roll. Hurry! Four down, check, four down.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, it's nothing but a room to run.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Garoppolo on 1st down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I got you. Hey, gun.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, baby.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This will be, 38 yards out. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, it's Long. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now they'll run it on the taunts. Oh, now he bowls him over. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, able to shed some tacklers, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem fair, does it? Because this guy was breaking tackles, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what he did. A really good effort by him, but give credit to the defense of giving up no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, Garoppolo going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And the Ravens taking the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So
trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tyus Bowser in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll go on the ground. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to the air, Luck on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Luck. Flush to his right. Staying on his feet. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, there's a bunch of pressure that time on third down. They nearly got it. Probably should have gotten him, but he's able to escape the pocket. But unfortunately, by then, that play had already broken down.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, a piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now Gordon on a first down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
One, Omaha. Hey, switch gears.
second down. Here's Garoppolo. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
11.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo going deep for Hopkins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Get set.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. From the gun, here's Locke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Luck on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. On first down, Luck. And running with power here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And that one results in 35 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Luck. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Luck. It's caught. Shepard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Luck. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Joey Bosa in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. Back to throw. Luck. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And a 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And caught by Henry. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. 30. The 20. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, it's Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Love. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now it's Love. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
On first down, it's Love. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the end zone, Love. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Ravens on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Love. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Flush to his right. Going underneath for Gordon. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Locke. He's airing it out for Williams. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Now a first down throw. Luck flushed out right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, nice spin.
That brought back bad memories.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
21.
Here's Gordon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On second down, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. His second touchdown on the season, and the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Aaron Lynch in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out of there. Powering his way forward. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
11.
They'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Garoppolo got to have this one. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now Luck. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So out come the Chargers. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Tyus Bowser in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Tyus Bowser in